if you come back here and you click on a new campaign button, you want to start a marketing campaign, you're going to have two choices. You're going to start either a new annual campaign or a new drip campaign. Now remember, the annual campaign is going to send your message, whatever message you're sending, one time a year on a predetermined date. So again, great for holidays, for birthdays, move-in anniversaries, spring forward, fall back, those types of campaigns. Those are annual campaigns. And the second type of campaign that you can create is a drip campaign. And what a drip campaign is a series of messages that are going to go out to a prospect over a period of time. We're going to get into that in a second. So again, annual campaigns, great for holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries. They're more geared towards branding, but also should always have a call to action. So in reality, whenever you're sending anything out into the world as far as marketing goes, obviously you're going to get some branding benefit from that campaign, but you always want to have a call to action. At the very least, ask for feedback, or ask for referrals, or have some kind of offering of a service or a coupon or something to get them to take action. Either come to my website and request a CMA, or come to my website and fill in my contact form to get a specific list of properties, so forth and so on. Okay, so if you have a special service, let's say you're a foreclosure agent, that you like to work buyers that are investors or are looking to get a deal buying a short sale or a foreclosure, you can create a custom IDX search, link that to a custom lead capture form, and in your annual campaign say, hey, to get a free list or to get your weekly list of foreclosures in XYZ area, please visit my website and complete the appropriate form. All right? Now, the other type of follow-up campaign is called a drip campaign. And again, a drip campaign is a series of messages that's sent out over a period of time describing a specific process. All right? In a drip campaign, you always want to let people know what's coming next, and you always want to make a call to action. So we're going to ask them every week to do something. Either schedule an appointment, which is probably the most important thing we're going to be asking for, and again, always asking for feedback and asking for referrals. And back to the referral section here, folks. Not necessarily are we always asking for referrals of people that want to buy or sell homes, although we do that, of course. But remember, our job here, on top of helping people buy and sell homes, as marketers, is to grow our database. So it's not necessarily just a referral for someone who wants to buy or sell today. And great, we want those. Of course we want those. But also ask for a referral of who else can benefit from the tools, from the systems, from the listings, from whatever it is that we provide on our website. So if you're offering a free home appraisal and the person that's viewing your website saying, oh yeah, it's a good idea, let's sign up for a free appraisal, always say, hey, do you know anyone else who would like a free appraisal? And bring them to the site to get their free appraisal certificate. You want to do that in your follow-up message. Make it easy for people. Okay? So a drip campaign, again, explaining a process sent out over a period of time. So for example, first-time home buyers, and we do have several, by the way, campaigns already predetermined in your Realtor Toolkit. It's a good idea to go in there and explore the campaigns that are there. Okay, so for example, let's say you're working with first-time home buyers. So if you want to have a drip campaign for first-time home buyers, what you're going to do is, let's say you want to write out the process of buying a home. Start from the very beginning, conducting the needs analysis, and you're going to take that all the way through getting pre-qualified, pre-approved, then taking that through, okay, finding the right neighborhood, and then how to look at properties, and then how to write an offer, the market analysis I provide, and what to look for to determine the appropriate price, and then how to go through the transaction, what the inspections are going to tell you, so forth and so on. If you write that out from point A to point Z, it's going to be a novel. It's going to be a pretty long document. And chances are, no one's going to read the whole thing, A to Z. But if you then take and break it down into a series of 10 to 12, maybe 15 messages that you're going to send out over a period of time, it's a great excuse to maintain consistent contact with people over a 2-month or 3-month period. So if we take the example of, okay, I'm doing my first-time home buyers, hey, the first section is about a needs analysis, and you kind of write a paragraph or two about, hey, what's important in the new home? Think about what you're going to need to have in the next home you're going to buy. By the way, we're going to send you an email in a couple of days. It's going to go over all about pre-qualification or getting pre-approved for a loan and all the documents that you need. Okay, the next message comes out. Great. All the information about pre-qualification or pre-approval, maybe a referral to a lender, and then at the end of the message, hey, always ask for an appointment. And then B, you're going to say, okay, in 2 or 3 days, we're going to talk about how to look at property, and so forth and so on, and take it down the list so that you have a good excuse to keep your name and keep your face in front of these people over a period of time. Now, who should be put on a drip campaign? Most people that you come in contact with throughout your lead generation in general as a real estate professional. So whatever it is that you're doing to get people's contact information, you're going to put them in your CRM, and you want to put them, you want to put them on a campaign for MLS listings. We'll talk about that again next week. And B, you should assign them to a drip campaign of some kind, whether it be a first-time home buyer or whether maybe it's for sellers. If you're door knocking and you come across someone that actually answers the door and is willing to share their contact information with you, okay, you want to go ahead and take that contact information. You're going to put that in your CRM. Maybe your hook for getting that contact information was, hey, would you like to know about all the properties that come up for sale in your neighborhood? And then would you like an email to tell you what they actually sold for when they sell? So it's a great excuse to get that contact information. You get their contact information, you put them on the MLS search, and you put them on a drip campaign for sellers. You know, what does it take to sell a home? And the drip campaign may be sending them an email message once a week for a period of 2 or 3 months. And at the end of each message, hey, who do you know in your neighborhood that's looking to sell? I'd love to help them. Or who else do you know that could benefit from this information? Please feel free to share with me their contact information, and I'll put them on my system. All right, so it's never too early to ask for feedback, never too early to ask for referrals. So even if you've never done a transaction with someone, but you went door knocking or you held an open house and a nosy neighbor came in and said, oh, I'm not looking at buying right now. I live next door. You have a great excuse to get their contact information. And then throughout your marketing, you can always offer your services to their friends. Say, hey, who else would you know that would benefit from knowing what's sold in their neighborhood every month? Or who else that you know that would benefit from finding out about this process? Okay? So it's not necessarily always about who wants to buy or sell today. It's also about who would benefit from the services you offer on your website. All right? And some of you that may have been shy about door knocking because you don't know what to say, you don't know how to say, this is a great excuse because now you have a system that will provide them with valuable information over a course of time. So really, you're knocking on the doors to get email addresses. Easy to do, right? Now, when we're talking about follow-up systems and follow-up marketing strategy, when you initially meet someone, you want to saturate. You want to hit them because they don't know you. You want to make sure that you're saturating their mind with your information, gathering mind share, right? This is from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book written by Gary Keller, 8x8 and 33 touch. And what that means is basically when you meet somebody new, you want to make sure you get them 8 messages over a very short period of time. Okay, and that's something you're going to have to determine for yourself. You may want to hit people with a message every day for 8 days continuously, or one a week for 8 weeks. You know, when he wrote the book about 8 or 9 years ago, it was the 8x8 stood for, you know, 1 message a week for 8 weeks, and then 33 touches over the course of a year. But times have changed. So hitting someone once a week over the course of 8 weeks, in my opinion, personally, I think that's too long. I would want to hit someone 8 times, maybe not over 8 weeks, but maybe over 4 weeks. So you want to make sure you get a message 2 times a week for a period of 4 weeks, and then maybe scale it back to 2 times a month. Okay. Remember, we're looking for mind share, people. We're looking for people to remember us so that when their coworker says, hey, you know, I'm thinking about buying a house, they know who to refer. Because in reality, the people are going to forget who you are. They're going to not forget who you are. Take that back. They're not going to forget who you are, but it's not going to be top of their mind. Like if you called your best friend today, or a close friend or a friend today, and talked to them a little bit about real estate, if someone later that day had a need, the chances of you getting a referral are going to be pretty big because you're fresh in their mind. But you're going to lose that fresh mind share in about, I'd say, 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days pass, and you no longer have that top-of-mind awareness in your prospect's mind. So we have to think of ways to constantly keep ourselves in front of people. And we do that with follow-up systems. And it's important to make sure that we're sending them information that is relevant to them. Because I know some of you are thinking, hey, I don't want to become a pest. I don't want to be bothersome. I don't want to overkill anyone. But in reality, if we're sending information that's relevant, that people will thank you for, then it's no problem. Right? If I knew that whenever someone knocked on my door, I'd get $5, I'd be answering my door all day long because I like getting $5 bills, whatever, right? So it's the same situation, same mindset. I'm sending out something that someone's going to find of great value. Someone to feel secure about the value of their home. Or if they're a first-time home buyer, feel secure about the process that they're going through. So there really is no such thing as overkill when it comes to marketing. And if people find it overkill, then the system will allow for them to turn it off. Because, again, folks, remember, you're not going to be everything to everybody. And personally, I wouldn't want to be. So just some things to think about. So thank you all for being here with us today for the first part of follow-up. Next week's session, and remember it's going to be on Monday, we're going to go more in depth on or talk a little bit more about follow-up systems on your website. We're going to talk about the MLS searches. Remember, the #1 reason people go online looking at real estate information is property listings. So we're going to go over the strategies of how to leverage those searches in your business and kind of do a little conclusion. And also, like to have a live question and answer section next week. So if you do have questions, concerns, you're too shy to email me, but you want to talk about it, next week would be probably the best forum to do it. We're going to have some staff on hand to be able to take questions and address concerns. So please, in the meantime, if you have pressing questions, feel free, by all means, send me an email, mark@bursteingroup.com. I'll be very happy to respond and address any of your questions or concerns. I'd like to get that done for you guys today, tomorrow at the latest. And just a quick reminder, since we all love referrals here at Property Minder, we love referrals too. And actually, we'll pay you for your referral. Well, not necessarily pay you, but we'll credit you a free month of service, which is fairly significant, especially if you refer 12 people over the course of the next year. You get a whole year's worth of Accelerate Agent service for free. Yeah, that's some serious change there. I mean, those of you that are working in large real estate offices with 100+ agents, and I know you get 3 or 4 new agents every month. Refer one of them to be a Property Minder subscriber. We'll give you a free month of service. Thank you all for being with me here today. Again, Mark Burstein for Property Minder. I'd love to engage with you all again next week. And remember, next week it's going to be on Monday, 10 a.m. Thank you all for being with me here today. Have a great day.